Hey Bulldogs fans, check out the new range of Cougar merchandise. We have a special offer for fans. Spend $100 online before the NAB Cup and receive free postage. Check out westernbulldogs.com.au/shop.
Yeah, no, we've probably been more active this year with our recruiting than we have in previous years. We've picked up some, some quality players out of the AFL. Cameron Wood from Collingwood, Justin Sherman, obviously from the Dogs, Brent Prismal from, with his role, taking over from Brett Good. So it's sort of a nice little fit there where they've basically swapped over. Lee Williams from Melbourne, he was on Melbourne's list last year, had a few injury problems there, but he's a strong key forward. So we've, in terms of experience, we've picked up some real quality players who we think will have a big influence this year. What's really important, I guess, too, is that we keep trying to develop our younger players on the Williamstown list. That players like last year, Anastasio, Conway, Wyatt, the list goes on. That we had a lot of players who were 20 or under, even in our final. So they really acquitted themselves really well. The pressure's on them to obviously still be able to improve their football, still being young players, but with a lot of inclusion of a lot of other TAC Cup players that we've brought in this year from all around the state. Gippsland Power's been very good to us in terms of a lot of the boys coming up and doing university or whatever. We've picked up 2 or 3 players again from Gippy Power, and players from Gallucci from Calder Cannons. So we continue to recruit fairly well, which gives us good depth, really helps our development side. But we also know that with the Western Bulldog players, a lot of young players this year, McRae and Stringer and Rovats and players like that, that are also going to be young. So we're going to have a really good mixture this year of a bit of experience, also coupled with the young players. Yeah, look, it's exciting knowing the talent that we're going to be able to get this year coming down from the Western Bulldogs, but it's also going to be pretty tough as well because with the under the new alignment agreement, there's not going to be as many players. There'll be 2 or 3 probably players less available to play in the seniors this year, which is going to make it tough. And so we'll have to strategically really try and make sure that we can rotate players through, and so we don't leave players in our development side for too long, and that's going to be important. But now the young players we see is really exciting. Nick Lower as well, picking him up as gives us a bit more experience. Goodsy as well being put on the list, and he's had an outstanding pre-season so far and looked really good in some of the scratchies. So I think that the players who do come down to Williamstown, whether they're older experienced players or even some of the younger boys, I think it's really going to be it's going to help for probably a stronger Williamstown side. You'd like to think that some of the younger players like Wachowski, who's probably in his 3rd year, Jack Frost, who made only played 4 games last year, and Collingwood ended up picking him up. So that's probably allowed a young kid, Ben Casley, who was with Western Jets and he's been away for a couple of years. He's come back to the club, so that may have opened the door for sort of players like him. But I just think that a lot of our younger players, like a Dylan Conway, I think has got a really good talent. We just need to try and pick his work ethic up a bit, and he sort of did that in the back end of last year, and he's shown that again over pre-season. So we'll just continue to work on a lot of their weaknesses that they have. But the thing with working with Brendan McCartney here at the Western Bulldogs, you can't help but be impressed by the way he goes about his contested football, and we pretty much did that last year. I think that we were ranked in the top 3 in the contested ball and the hard ball gets and our clearances and our tackling. So Williamstown has certainly you know, I think we'd like to think that we're going to play a strong contested brand of football and really strong over the football. But probably the area we need to focus on, and it's the same here, you know, as the Doggies, that we need to probably be more. When I say offensive, we need to kick more goals, so that means probably more productive with our ball use, and really probably you know, have a forward line that can function a bit more productively. So kicking more goals this year is probably, I think, for both Williamstown and the Western Bulldogs. So I think that's been a lot of our pre-season focus as well. So hopefully we'll get that balance right between that defence and attack.